Digger Dame and myself are back where we were yesterday. That's different.
First complete shoe buckle.
That's just awesome.
That's New Hampshire right there.
I'm gonna say that that button is homemade. The mold that Dame had just dug. Check this out.
And it locks in place.
Pretty birds. Hey everybody, Digger Dame and myself are back where we were yesterday, and we're extremely excited to be back here digging the site because first trip, easy.
Yep. Relics and no anxieties, just sweetness.
This site was kind of a long time coming because we had been up here years ago, but it had just been missed. So finding it and then finding that it actually had not been detected before.
Bonus.
Just awesome. So I'm going to turn the machines on, and I think we're going to have a real good day because the other day, easy. Alright, so here we go. First target.
6165, I think it's in the plug. Take my sunnies off here. Ah, this looks interesting. It is it a lead button?
Oh man, that is looking different.
Yeah, it's heavy too. It's got a serious shank. But owie, that would be a hurtful one.
Is that a shank?
It's gotta be.
Well, you know what, Dame? I'm gonna say that that button is homemade. I mean, it is just crude. It's not round. There's burrs. And look at that shank. This is homemade. We read in the history book that the gentleman who lived there was well known for his obscure and erratic attire. It's actually written in the book. And we're digging out buttons that are homemade. Okay, so that is one thing. The mold that Dame had just dug recently at the site. Check this out.
So when I dug this button and we brought it back to the shack and determined that it was definitely was homemade, you'll notice it has spillover around the edge, but it also has a very clear rim to it. We got to thinking, wouldn't it be cool if this button was made in that mold? In one particular position, it locks in place.
That's the side that got me.
The high part on the seam matches right with that seam mold there, and there's a little divot on this side that runs here that matches up with a divot that runs from the back to the front, and it locks in place.
There it does. Oh, it's like a piece of pewter that you dug the other day. We thought might have been spoon parts.
Oh yeah.
Wow. So I just moved over a few feet, same exact signal. I thought it was going to be another piece of that pewter, but it's a tool. And it's very interesting because you'd think it was a knife, but there's no edge on it. And then this, well, the tang is bent over there. That's pretty cool. It's in great shape.
Yeah, what's the tip look like? It is a little narrower.
It
might be
is
some
narrow.
sort of pry. Maybe something to do with shoeing horses, or...
Yeah, who knows? That's awesome.
If it looks familiar, let us know.
Think about that. That tool is from the 1700s. And it's in great shape for iron. I mean, that's just... And it rang up low 40s solid. I thought it was going to be another piece of pewter. So a minute after digging that, Dame tells me he's going to go for a walk out into the back pasture. And then I just heard him swing over something and he yelled my name. Where are you?
Right ahead, right in front of you.
He's got a good signal. Well, you didn't get far.
No, I didn't. I came down the path that we had seen in the last video because it's just so plain to see, and it comes out into this beautiful pasture. It doesn't look beautiful now, but you know, you can see that it was nicely groomed. There's a huge pile of stone over there in the trees, and I was going to go that way, but I went this way. It's deep.
Oh yeah. Well, fortunately, where this tree is coming down, you're in the Y of the roots.
Oh!
Yes!
Exposure.
Ah, nice.
Yeah. Look at the size of that.
Beauty. All right, now we get to go exploring some more.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm. Come on. Oh, there's a hole in there. Huh?
That's the tongue, right?
Mm-hmm. There's the shape. Is it?
Looks different.
It does look different. Something's mashed and around.
You know what?
The shape is there.
That's right. It's just folded over. Completion, Dame. You came to completion.
That is my first complete shoe buckle.
Oh, well done. You continue on your orbit. Report back if you get more than 20 feet away, and I'm going to tickle that lip.
I shall.
All right. Back-to-back buckles. Mine's of the little iron variety. So I'm in the little side yard that Dame pointed out in the last video, where it's right behind one of the buildings. The main house was right there. This was a little side building. So it was either a little itty-bitty garden or just living space around the house. But I like little areas like this because they're easy to work. You can grid them, you can pace yourself. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to swing in here for a few. It's actually another iron buckle. And that sounded sweet, clean. Usually these things are very loud and squeaky obnoxious.
It's a little more iffy now.
So what I'm working at is, it was a repeatable, oh, what's that?
Is that wood?
It's iron.
Is it? Odd.
I've never seen one of those. And it's got a hole on that end.
It does?
Yeah.
Did you figure out what it was?
I did.
What it is?
What it is it's a teapot spout.
Heavy duty.
Heavy duty. I spent an hour or so researching cast iron teapots from, actually, that they go back in China thousands of years. But this matches up very closely to popular designs in the 17th and 18th century.
Wow.
Which puts it right at the date range, mid-1700s, for everything else we found.
You know, those don't pop up every day.
No.
Awesome. Huh. That's funny. That's my third iron buckle in a row, but completely different. This is actually completely different than anything I've dug. Dame and I were just talking about the oddities that have come out of here. That thing he just dug, the big iron pipe. The square that looked like it was a button mold. The big flat oxen shoe looking things.
Your tool.
My tool, and then this buckle is not odd, but it's different. 5764. That's the swing on it. That's kind of different. Probably a button, but who knows? Actually, I haven't dug a button today. Oh yes. And it's pewter. Oh man. Gotta love pewter buttons, especially when the shank is intact. These things are about as old as we're gonna get for buttons around here. So Dame's looking at me because we're getting close to the end of our dig. It's just a quick dig. It's an iron target. It was an iron signal, just squeaky loud. Come over and pull this out and take a look.
I saw it from afar and I couldn't identify it.
I threw it back in the ground. I was like, ooh. Huh. It looks meant to be like trim, fancy.
Yeah.
Vanity, decor.
Curiouser and curiouser stuff.
How cool is that? See? Why we dig iron targets, right?
That's right. It may be a pain in the ass lugging out the stuff you don't want, but it pays off.
Right. Yeah, that was just a... Yeah, we're getting close to the end, and I'm making my way back over to the little camp there. And I was like, yeah, get it out, see what it is. This stuff is great, too, because it's not like you dig one of these up every month. I've never dug one.
No. Most of the stuff we've dug here, we've never dug before.
Right. Yeah, right.
That in itself is a win. That's New Hampshire right there.
We should have called the group Roots, Rocks, Relics. Said it, we did a video like with that title years ago, because it's really the case. That's all you're dealing with.
I think it's underneath that.
You feel big?
Bean pot.
Big chunk.
There it is, folks.
So we thank you all for joining us on a second trip recap. That was great. We got some cool things.
It was awesome.
Again.
Awesome.
Yeah. And what we're going to do is we're going to go home and we're going to reread through the books on the history, because we know this piece of property, who lived here, and that's real great brain food when you're at home and you're holding the things.
And sometimes when we're reading those things, it makes little synapses join up, and odd things that we may have noticed about the land features or the shape of the hole or the things that come out of the ground might make a connection.
Right. Because the things here were odd.
Odd.
All right. So we'll see you guys all very soon. Until next time, enjoy your not
Thursday. 50-51 up in the crotch.
Well, really? In the same plug?
Well, up in the crotch here.
That's odd.
Oh. Good thing you check.
Your sunglasses.
My sunglasses.
Wow.
50-51.